Hi, I'm Jill. I'm a dollhouse miniaturist of 30 years, and I started this channel to show people how I meet miniature dollhouse challenges. So let's go and see what I'm up to today. I'm working with three very important pieces of gear today. That's a set square with a long side to make sure everything's square, and a very long ruler which is inches and centimetres, and my plan, which was the plan of the bottom floor. Now I have to tell you, I have deviated from the script and I have made this next floor overhang on the ends as well as the front. So I've cribbed myself an extra 4 inches on that first floor, first set of rooms upstairs, and that will give me a lot more room in the bedroom, which I was really worried about with that jolly bed. So though this is probably going to cause me a lot of angst, but I've decided to do it. So I'm back into it again, and here is my first floor of my Tudor house with its flat ceiling and floor, which is fantastic. And now I'm starting again, and what I'm doing this time, and poor old Tigger is outside now, is that I have built a frame on this piece of wood, and I'm going to do the first or the next wall and the following 2 walls within this frame, so they'll all be the same size. And so then it'll make my life easier, I think. So that's what I'm up to today. So I've spent the day cutting pieces and grooving them to put my panels in, and I've set my frame within my guideline that I've got, my permanent one. And this will make sure that each of my frontages going up the house are all going to be exactly the same. And so I haven't painted those brown yet, I'll do those tomorrow. So I'm really happy with that. I had made it wider, remember, and I did say it was going to be a poultice of woe for me. I've made these panels wider, and I've kept the edge of the windows in line. So hopefully the new measurement will work out okay. And now I will take you over to the studio and show you the start I've made on my Christmas project. So I had this idea about a Christmas project, and I'd been thinking about hedgehogs for some strange reason. So I'd googled hedgehogs, and I'd seen a few little ideas about hedgehogs and Christmas, and some other people have done it, so I'm not the first person to do this. And so I did a little sketch. I always like to draw things out a little bit, and I had decided I would have mum and dad and a few kids, a few babies in their beds, and I'd have an open fireplace with something cooking, and I'd have a few mushrooms, which I'd bought some mushrooms for seats, and a few mushrooms that I've got dot around. And I'll make the table out of wood. And I'm not thinking about the outside yet because I want to get the scenario in the right space first. I don't want to be confined to worrying about putting it in a certain space. But having said that, I found this of my mother's, and I thought, oh, that's all foam board. That will be very flexible, so I'll be able to use this as a base, I think, but it's certainly not going to look like that when it's finished. Now, I thought, okay, I've got to make some hedgehogs now. Goodness me, I've never made those before. So I did a little bit of research on the way that their skeletons go. And I've made one out of pipe cleaners. And now I am thinking I'll have to felt it and get its little body right. And then I've got to think about how I'm going to do its spines. So this is all a bit of a learning curve for me. And in the meantime, I've made some little hands and feet out of Vimo. They got a bit overcooked because they were small, but that doesn't matter. And so that's the little foot at the back. It has to go with its heel above the ground, because hedgehogs tend to walk on their toes. And this is the little hands or feet, front feet. And this is the little face. And you can see how they got their name hedgehog, because without their spines, they have a very porcine looking little face. So I think I'm getting there. So who knows? Maybe I am and maybe I'm not. But anyway, I want the hedgehogs to be about 2.5 inches long, not too big, and so it's not going to be huge. And let's see how I go tomorrow.